Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the weekly DIA report for the week of Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. The DIA, once again, is the symbol for the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. It is also referred to as the diamonds. It's the more active Dow Jones ETF. The weekly DIA report comes out every week, usually Sunday afternoon. And I do need to mention that not necessarily next week, but on March 1st, Tuesday, March 1st, that is next week, we go into a paid format for all of our weekly video series. And I'm hoping that if you're a weekly DIA viewer, that you become a paid subscriber. We're keeping the prices, in my opinion, reasonable, certainly, and that will remain sort of a permanent fixture in terms of reasonable pricing. I want to keep it affordable. $25 a month for not only the weekly DIA, but the weekly IWM, the Russell 2000, and the weekly Bitcoin, and all of our stock picks every week, 2 to 3 a week. So you get that entire package for $25 a month. If you want to add the daily SPY report to that, it's $40 a month total. And if you want to add the weekly Triple Q report to all of that, it's $50 total. $50 total gets you everything. $25 is a sort of a basic start package. And if you're a weekly DIA follower, it would be included in that. There's a lot going on in that basic package of $25 a month. So I hope you come on board. Cancellation's allowed at any time. So if it doesn't work for you after a certain amount of time, you can bow out. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts for the week of Tuesday, February 22nd. I'm going to start with this chart. This says a lot here. We tested that 337.73 channel bottom about a month ago, and it's obviously held nicely. It is longer term support, can contain quarterly, possibly annual selling pressures. And it looks like we may test it again this week. 337.73 can contain selling into Q2, possibly the balance of the year. From here, as I've been saying, we should, over the next couple of months or sooner, test that 369.24 midterm resistance area, which can contain at least monthly, possibly quarterly highs. We could trade inside that sort of wedge, that flat top at 369.24 to the rising bottom at 337.73. We could trade inside of that for several months. But holding about 337.73, we can, over the months ahead into later year, continue on up to that 414.89 rising channel top. That would be clearly indicated if we were over the next few months to close above 369.24. Let's take a look at the upside this week. We fell back below this area that I'm kind of showing here at 346.23 to 348 even. These are the high of the low and the low of the high over the last month or so. And inside that zone, or actually preceding that zone, we have a former channel bottom at 345.65. So it's sort of like pick your spot between 345.65 and 348 even. This area can contain weekly buying pressures. It's very well suited for aggressive day and swing traders on an intra-week basis, and below which we should actually test that 337.73 channel bottom. I should say retest that 337.73 channel bottom within the week. Now, if we do close above 348 even this week, I think the market is likely to gear up for a test or a rally within probably 2 to 3 weeks of that 369.24 midterm channel top, where we could top out perhaps through Q2, which starts April 1st, and if settled above, would indicate that 414.89 rising channel top, possibly in as little as 3 to 5 months, where we can place an annual high. Now, downside, this market is still on its heels, and I'm talking more about the SPY and the Triple Q. If you watch the daily SPY or the daily Triple Q report, you know that both of those markets are still sort of on the defensive into March trade. I'm not going to get into either of those, but I will say that if we do close this week below 337.73, you should expect 317.50. Possibly in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. I'd say by the end of March anyway. That 317.50 is a former long-term channel top we settled above about a year ago. It is significant long-term support. it can contain annual selling pressures, possibly through the rest of the decade. And it becomes a 3 to 5 week target if we close this week below 337.73, and we could get down there in a hurry. We could get down there in a week or two, perhaps, of closing below 337.73. But until then, I'll leave you with this image holding above 337.73, stable, dynamic through March, and actually a bullish dynamic through the rest of the year above 337.73. That 369.24 formation in reach over the next couple of months. And that's all I've got for this week's weekly DIA report. Please consider becoming a paid subscriber next week, and I'll leave it at that. You have a great week. The daily video you just watched will require a paid subscription to wickedstocks.com beginning Tuesday, March 1st. Become a wickedstocks.com premium member to continue receiving our daily SPY report, our daily Triple Q report, our weekly DIA, IWM, and Bitcoin reports. Monthly subscriptions start at $25 a month. If you're not ready to become a premium member, I encourage you to become a basic member for free, which will alert you once these analysis videos become part of our paid subscription plan on March 1st. We will continue to offer free and valuable content on YouTube, though it will not include the series of videos mentioned earlier. We hope you become a wickedstocks.com premium member. We offer a 7-day free trial, and cancellation is allowed at any time.